Peace.
Peace.
This is Joshua Miller Law, Mr. PhD. You're just now entering the cipher called real2reel360.
Uh-huh.
K-Wise,
Peace, God.
bring that beat in, kid.
Indeed.
Peace.
Yeah. What's going on, party people? Welcome to the Real to Real 360 show. Let's get it in.
We do the knowledge and wisdom so you can understand. Real to Real 360 shows in full command. We changing the game for how it all was taught. From bondage to freedom to an independent thought. Yo, the show is here to bring about a change for real. To lighten everyone so we all know the deal. 360 degrees is a fact. We created the show to give our love back to our communities so we can know what's going on and give them the support from knowledge to born. So if you're ready to learn, then it's time to go. Sit back and relax and enjoy your show. Peace.
Peace and blessings to Allah's mighty 5% nation and God's nurse to all the human families on the planet Earth. We bid you love, peace, happiness, and a high salute. I'm DJ K Wise Allah, aka Kano, the Black Superhero. Welcome to the Real to Real 360. Well, we got a great one for you. He representing the Carolinas, North Carolina, to be right and exact at that. So, with that being said, I know when he come on, his head gonna know the deal. It's tall. He represents the Mississippi like nobody else's business. That's why we get into trouble. We argue all the time. Mississippi versus the Carolinas, but it's all good. It's all in love. Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring on my brother, my co-host with the most, so he can get it in. I know he got something to say. Mr. PhD, let's roll.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Sure enough.
Well, who am I?
Joshua Miller Law.
Who am I?
Joshua Miller Law.
I can't hear you.
Joshua Miller Law, Mr. PhD.
Peace to all our followers, likers, and subscribers. Man, listen. I'm not mad with this one. I'm not mad with this one. This one comes from some good stock. You understand me? This one comes from a good DNA.
Yeah,
so you know what I'm saying? So I don't mind being in Carolina for this one. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind. So, you know what I'm saying? But Carolina has some great artists. I will give that. But this young man comes from a great stock of artists.
Absolutely.
We're talking about Fantasia. We're talking about, you know what I'm saying, the Jodeci's. We're talking about the Libratos. We're talking about all that. That's in his DNA. So, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Jenny B, let's bring him in here.
Yes, y'all. Let's go.
Man, I know one damn thing. I can't beat the introduction y'all got going on. That was flawless. I was saying, boy, hey, I feel bad. I'm like, boy, I didn't even know I was going to be on the air. I thought it was going to be just, but I was like, man, shit, after hearing that radio interview, like, I said, baby, hand me my damn cowboy hat. I said, hand me my hat. This boy right here on a hell of a ride right now. Like, hey, I say, man, good God Almighty, what did I got myself into? I love it, though. I love it, man. And it's great to be on the show, man. You know, they know me as Tina Swag at his best, man. So I'm here, man, and we blessed to be here. You know what I'm saying? But, man, I swear I had to say something about that intro. I said, my God, people. Yes, sir. How y'all fellas doing this evening?
Man, we doing great, bro.
How you
doing great, man.
That's what it do. That's what it do.
We got Yolanda Marshall in the comments already. What's going on with you, sir?
Great to have you on the show, bro.
Yeah, that's my girl right there. Shouts out to her.
Yes, sir. You know, one thing I wanted to say, like, we talk about great artists and all these different things, but coming from a great lineage of artists, you know what I'm saying? Did you ever feel the pressure, you know what I'm saying, of being an artist because of your sister, your brother, your dad, and your cousins?
Oh, absolutely. From all angles. My mama was a monster, you know what I'm saying? I got a little brother that he a monster. He do country music and all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? So the pressure is always there. But pressure, it makes diamonds, you know what I mean? So without the pressure, it don't make you go that extra 9 yards that's needed, you know what I'm saying, for you to become a great artist. I think a lot of these young artists right now is doing a lot of cheating with this AI stuff, writing for them, and not really exposing themselves or saturating themselves in them in themselves. They're just using every other avenue that they can to manipulate the music system. So it take that pressure, man, in order for you to for you to come out with something strong. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I came up with Too Hungry to Starve, because my everything came from my hustle. You know what I mean? So that's what I meant when I say I'm too hungry to starve. And I just so happen to have a food truck called Too Hungry to Starve. They see me out there going to get it from the ground up, 10 toes down.
There
You
you
feel
go.
me? So that's what it is, man. Pressure is what creates the situation.
Most definitely. When you talk about entrepreneurial and things of that nature, because you talk about your food truck, you know what I'm saying? You talk about being independent, you know what I'm saying? And being
Absolutely.
successful, you know. So that speaks volumes to the song itself, you know what I
Thank you.
mean?
Thank you.
And we salute you for that because a lot of times artists don't realize like what it takes to be a great artist.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hard
You're
work,
right.
dedication we got to put into it.
Right.
Yeah, you got to put it in, and what if you don't put it in, you don't get nothing out of it. You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? So, and I can speak from myself from the standpoint, that I have a lot of great music that I never really put out like that, and people hear it and be like, "Man, why you never put that out?" And I say, well, if they never heard it, then that means it's still fresh, so
Right.
it's still good. They still like it. You know what I mean? But it just the cares of life come through. You got kids. You gotta, that's where the hustle come in. So I think Too Hungry to Starve came at the right moment. You know what I mean? So my hustle is still strong. I'm still an entrepreneur, business degree, the whole nine. But I think it's the time, I'm at that age where I can step out there now with my boots on, put my spurs on, you know what I'm saying, and kick up a little dust if that's what I want to do.
Right. Now, coming from a strong R&B family, a strong R&B family, what was it about Southern Soul that attracted you?
Well, we grew up in the church, and that's all Southern Soul is. They just turn in, switch the lyrics and change a little groove here, a little groove there, a little melody here, melody there, and you got Southern Soul. That's all that is. So,
Right.
of course, Southern Soul was already in my bones because my mother's a minister, my grandmother, she was a pastor, you know what I'm saying, and my daddy's in the church. He a fool, but he in the church, you know what I'm saying. But he was that real Joe Jackson, you know what I mean. He made us
Right.
sit at the foot of the board bed before school and stuff like that, and sing. And then we didn't get it right. You best believe we get slapped upside our head now. Oh man, it was a dirty game, baby. But like I say, pressure creates diamonds. So
Y'all gonna
you
see
gotta. I
y'all gonna
wish some of these young kids had some of that kind of discipline. Now they would be out here killing like they doing back
yeah,
and forth and
Def-
all of that. They need a little slapping upside the head. But
right,
yeah,
definitely.
man, that's where the background came from, man.
You know, it's Joe Curry. What's going on with you? Now, that was what we call the artist development stage because
Right.
teaching you how to hold your note, teaching you how to entertain, and all these different things. So, salute, what I'm saying, to Mr. Joseph Barino.
wait a
You know
minute,
what I
wait a
mean?
minute.
Absolutely.
You said that was the artist development stage, the ass whoopings.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
You,
can develop that.
you get developed.
Shoot, man, my daddy come to the schoolhouse and he said, you know what? Where you show out is,
I'm
that's
gonna
where
get
you'll
you.
get it
Oh
at,
yeah,
right
I
then and
grew up
there.
under that. I'm
Oh, you
just
go, hey, you go to jail,
Oh,
you go do it now though.
right, right. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that at the school, not now. You know what I'm saying? They used
yeah.
to take you in the bathroom or catch you in the classroom or whatever, but
Yeah,
But as grown men, we appreciate that
Oh,
time
yeah, yeah,
because
absolutely, absolutely.
because it put us in a position and gave us a perspective of life of how to handle things as men and and,
absolutely,
and what to do and what not to do. So that's like you said, that some of these youngins need that. But like I said, shout out to Mr. Barino,
Yes,
great
sir.
man. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah,
Spoke with him a few times, and he's a library of information. A library of information, and his network is ridiculous. Like
yeah,
he could pick up the phone and call anybody.
Oh
You know what
yeah,
I'm
and he
saying?
gonna know how to talk to you too.
No doubt. He
Yeah,
gonna
he might
never
have
go.
too much information. Sometimes I'm like, Daddy, now, Daddy, that might be just a little bit too much right there. Don't, no, don't go that far. But it always worked for him. So as long as it
Yeah,
worked for you, you keep on moving.
definitely, definitely. Lady Shay Williams in the building. H Town is in here. Now, your very first single that you cut, that you made, what was that like? You know what I'm saying? And what was that song?
Man, actually, my very first single that I cut was it was called Space Age Riding featuring Snoop Dogg.
Oh,
Yeah, it was crazy, but I just, at the time, I didn't really have the knowledge of this internet stuff. I was going through this reality stuff, reality TV stuff, and I really didn't know how to utilize all of that stuff at the time. I was really just a raw natural, and everything that they got off the reality show was pretty much just me being me. You know what I mean? So really, at that time, I was still getting offensive about stuff people said on the internet. Now they can say what the hell they want to say. It really don't bother me. But
Right.
they used to say, well, he went over there and he tore up Fantasia pool house and all that. And I'm like, really? Do you not think it was wrong? But you still had to have a script to it.
Right.
But it was like they passed judgment on me, with the situation. So it kind of just trickled into to who I am and what I am now. But if I knew what know now, far as utilizing the internet, then I'd have probably been a better or stronger artist or individual, far as my presence online and stuff. So at the time, I would have liked to push that song, and then it still ain't. Oh, there's a lot of people still ain't never heard Space Age Ride. It's just different. But it was so strong that Snoop Dogg was adamant on it. He called me and he wanted to get on it. I didn't have to pay him to get on it or nothing. He just jumped on it.
Now that's something that I wanted to ask. Being the family connection, you have access to collaborate with just about anybody in the industry.
Most, but not. See, maybe back then, but see, I fell off the scene, and that was just really personal reasons. I said I'm gonna take the back seat for a while because sometimes you have to take the back seat in order for you to come back stronger. You know what I'm saying? Just come, because it was a lot of stuff happened to me, back then. A lot of people thought I had millions of dollars. Some people came up in my house and robbed me and all kinds of stuff. So when you get that stage of paranoia behind you, what you do is you just start letting stuff go. You got to let something go in order for you to gain something else, and that's pretty much what it was.
Now, when you talk about the price of fame, you know what I'm saying? The price of fame and going through that type of turbulence, you know, what did you learn from the price of fame that you bring with you today?
Uh, with me, the price of fame is just a figment of your imagination. I don't. It's not about being famous anymore for me. It's like my song said. I'm too hungry to starve. I got to feed my kids. It's a hustle for me. It's a business for me. So I'm not in it to get famous again or none of that kind of stuff. I'm just really at a point where I just want to make good music, put out my music in the stage of my mental. I'm where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really basing it on money. It ain't really a money thing for me no more, or who's bigger and it ain't a competition thing for me no more. You know what I mean? Fame, I think, is a competition thing. Somebody wants to be bigger than the next person, and then before you know it, you got yourself, in a pinch where you got fan mail coming, people death threats, and I mean, you get a lot of that, man. It's a lot that come with fame, man. And you technically lose your whole dignity. You know what I'm saying? And you lose a lot of your family. You know what I mean? People want to, they want in, but they don't understand the price that you had to pay, and then it's hard to trust everybody because they're looked at as snakes now. Even your family, you like, man, they just trying to get me for money. You know what I'm saying? But I'm such a genuine soul. I love so hard that it ain't about that with me. You know what I mean? Anybody that know me and know me well, they know if I got it, you can get it. I mean, it ain't no, you ain't got to rob me, bro. I give it to you. I get it. I got it once. I can get it again. So
Right.
it ain't about a fame thing for me.
You know, I would have loved to been in the room to hear all of y'all singing together, cause that right there, I know is major. You know what I'm saying? Your brother doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Your sister doing her thing. You doing your thing. And I always wondered, was y'all going to be a group at one point in time? You know what I'm saying? That was he gonna really do the Joe Jackson and put all of y'all out all at
Yeah.
one time?
Well, we had a group. That it was me, my mom, my dad, Rico, Tasia, and my little brother. We called the Barino family, and
Mm-hmm.
we toured it all over the place doing gospel.
Uh-huh.
So now it's the question. I think my partner asked me the other day. He said, "Man, you know what y'all got to do now?" I was like, "What, man?" He was like, "Y'all got to come back together like Voltron and do
Mm-hmm.
one now that you're older." You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And and
Right.
and and it is possible. We got a video on my Instagram page, man, that we actually singing in my sister's house, me and my mom, my dad, my brother, all of us, one of our old gospel songs, man. And I mean, it's killer, bro. I mean, when you put the situation together, it's a dynamic package. You know what I'm saying? So if we
Definitely.
all can get together and do that, you know what I'm saying? That'll be a beautiful thing.
Definitely would, man. And I know a lot of people, including myself, would love to see that happen. Right.
Oh yeah.
And we're going to right now. I think my brother has Space Age Rider loaded up.
What? He found space age right now there.
I think he has it loaded up.
Hey, well, hey, let's hear it then.
Then let's go, Kay.
Man, it was so many years ago, but let's go.
My daddy sitting on Jupiter, but the girl Pluto.
Joey being so spacey. I was sitting on Jupiter, about to try to Pluto. Sleeping real stupider, about to try to Pluto. My rims are looking stupider. Space age cooping up, space age cooping up. My slavers on stupid dumb. I'm space age whipping when I ride, dripping grain up in the sky. Outer space grinding, in space riding, outer space flying. My swaver is fresh as you can see, bright like the star for miles you see, bright like things, pain with the beams. Ay, ay, ay. Just watch me roll, just watch me roll, just watch my pain, watch my pain. This is cool, you say, watch me pain, watch me do my thing. Cameras flash, cameras flash, the ladies love, the ladies love, the ladies love. Oh, why? Wings and I can fly, caught up in the wind across the sky. Born to ride high, cold as the ice. I wanna live twice, 'cause I'm so fly. Sitting on Jupiter, about to try to Pluto. Sitting real stupider, about to try to Pluto. My rings a little stupider. Space age cooping up, space age cooping up. My slavers on stupid dumb. I'm space age dripping, I'm so fresh. Louis V fitted ladies call me the best. Best to ever do this. Space age stupid, diamond candy coated foolish. Yeah. And you ain't never seen the guts like this. And you ain't never seen me ride 46. So yes, the levels you see. Like a human with 1,000 infections. I'm riding space age out in heaven. Just watch me, just watch my pain, just watch my pain. Hey, watch me do my thing. Cameras flash, cameras flash, she's love, the ladies love, the ladies love. Oh, why? And it rains and I can fly, caught up in the wind across the sky. Born to ride high, I was born in the cold, and I won't. And on Jupiter, riding high, ride a blue, the pain's gone, real super outer space. I will my ball. You that's the west side. Come on and take a flight.
Get it in, let it out, break it down. From the dirt to the turf, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, even if the truth hurts. Space age, chase game from a pioneer, though. I am not a weirdo. You can see it clear, though. High definition or 3D, you can see it vividly. Snoopy Deco Double G, bikinis, girls, teeny, your world is stupider. Mars, Neptune's, Jupiter. I'm space age stupider.
I fly like a bird, stealth like a plane. Yeah, I'm super overrated. I'm in Jupiter, man. The swag is on Venus and the bars is on the Mars. Your boy is sitting super ugly when I fall up in my car. Jupiter, about to try to put you try to get real stupider. About to try to put you try to look stupider. Space age Cupid, space age Cupid. My swaver go stupid, John.
That was a blast from the past right there. Yeah, boy, I ain't heard that in so long. But yeah, I ain't heard that in so long. But Snoop was the first one to bless me with it, man. He was the first one, and shouts out to big shouts out to the big homie. I love him to death.
Yeah, man, I tell you, that's definitely a vibe. You know what I'm saying? And that was your introduction into the music business. You know what I mean? For as you know, what I'm saying secular music. I'll put it
Yeah,
that way.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And what a way to open the door. You know what I'm saying? When you get the Godfather, the Dog Father on the
yeah.
track, man. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
see, and the biggest thing was, I got a record label called Infinite Soul Records. So it stood for infinite styles, for infinite people, for an infinite amount of time. So for it to be so different is what he liked about it. You know what I'm saying? And all my songs is like that. Like you're not gonna hear one of them that doesn't change. It's gonna always. It might be some bluegrass. You're gonna be like, this is just so it's just different. It's always gonna be different. And that's where I was going with it. And it was like you say, it was the perfect way to enter into, letting people know what I do and how I do it.
Now, what separates you from your siblings and other people in the industry?
From my siblings, just the fact that I'm more raw street. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up doing a lot of street stuff, you know what I mean? And I'm 10 toes down for real. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, hey, they if they know, they know, and we ain't gotta go into it. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's just
yeah.
they was more focused on music and stuff like that. I think my little brother is probably the closest thing to, what I was and who I am now, you know what I mean? And far as creativity as well. Rico and Tasia, they're just so good at what they do, period. Rico's a phenomenal writer. Tasia's a phenomenal singer. He's a phenomenal singer as well. We're all good at what we do. You know what I'm saying? It's just I was more raw and authentic about the way I do things. You
Well,
know.
let me ask you this: in the household growing up, aside from y'all being a singing group or whatever, what
Yeah.
did y'all listen to before saying I'm gonna sing these songs together? What was it like? What was y'all listening to during that time?
Uh Difference, man. We got wide varieties because we all listen. I mean, we gospel, we listen. You can go to Marvin Gaye. I mean, you can go all the way to Minnie Rippleton, and I mean, I was big on people like CeeLo Green and Erica Badu. See, I like that kind of stuff. Andre 3000, far as that side. Um, I mean, you can go Otis Red. I mean, you can go on for days. When it come to gospel, my cousin Casey and JoJo and them, he was Lil Cedric and the Haley singles back then as a gospel group. So that we listen to them and Lil Shot and the Volunteers and the Candy Spirituals I mean, the list can go on. It can go on for days.
Right.
So and that's really the melting pot of like we can just hear a song and like we'll find probably a little piece of all of that kind of stuff and just that's what creates the style.
Now that was like to piggyback off that. What was who was the most inspiring for you as a artist coming up?
um I think collectively a lot of them inspired me, you know what I'm saying, far as I like I like I like more poetic type artists, people like Bilal and CeeLo Green, Erica Badu and um oh man, and I can go on, man. It's a lot of them inspire me. Now, old school wise, you got uh like I say, Marvin Gaye and Otis Red and maybe uh, oh yeah, of course you can't forget Prince and all of that. Like she told me she hadn't let me know Prince. I mean, but
Yeah.
I listened to so many different people that it's just like they all influence. If you great, you great. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Because I feel like everybody's great. God put us here for purpose. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's their own king and queen. So He put us here for purpose, and that purpose could lie in your craft and in your sound. I like people like Amy Winehouse. You know what I mean? She died before a time and out of time in the season, but her style, her vocal, her sound was impeccable. It
Oh
was
yeah,
different. Yeah, she might have drank and did what she did, but that's what made her her. You know what I'm saying?
she
And
ain't the first one. She ain't the first
yeah, so it's a lot of them really. I couldn't really say who was the most influential. I don't know. I mean, I guess if I had to say, I would have to say my mom and father. You know what I mean? Because they was the originators of us being, or creating us, putting us in that zone to say, listen, yeah, we want to go just croon a little bit. The old school call it crooning back then.
Right,
You
right,
know what I mean? We
right.
want to go croon a little bit, hit a little note or something. So yeah, man, I don't know how. I guess all of that right there is what evolved me into what I hear when I hear music. And that's pretty much all I can pretty much say about that.
Definitely. Now, when all of y'all was coming up, was there a lot of battles of who had the better riff? You know what I mean? Was there a lot of that going on?
Maybe between Rico and Tasia, I was more the David Ruffin. I ain't really into a whole lot of riffing. Even to this day, I hear some cats be doing all them runs and stuff. I be saying, yeah, they sound good, but sometimes you need to leave that stuff to Kim Burrell now. Sometimes you just need to stand flat footed on the front of that stage and
one.
put them pipes out there.
Just
You know
say,
what I'm saying? Put them pipes out there. Sometimes, sometimes you can get lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? And then some people be thinking, well, that sounds good. And to me, I'd be like, well, it was okay. But it ain't, it's not to me, it's not to me, what makes a good. I know you want to leave me. See, I want to be straightforward. I'm like KC was power. He was just power.
yeah,
You didn't have to hear if he did a run in there every now and then you would hear it, but they was simple, but they was more power than anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I just ain't been a big now. Tage and Rico might have been sitting around ripping or something, but they be more on the battle side on that kind of stuff. They know I was just straightforward.
Now, let's get to writing the music
Okay.
and the creativity of the songs and stuff like that. Was you educated by your father or mother when it came down to writing music?
I think writing just comes natural whenever you learn the structure of music. See,
Okay.
once you know where you want to put your hook, where you want to put your verses, and then your bridge and all of that, then the hardest part is coming up with the melody, and then you just lay the words in there as far as the storyline. So I don't think neither one of them taught me how to write. It was just more so me developing my style that I wanted and then putting the stories together that I wanted to hear. You know what I mean? Because I would do something not necessarily that Tasia or Rico didn't like, but I loved it. It didn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? At that point, I'm writing it. This is me. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it wasn't really nobody that helped, or teach me how to write. It was really once mom and daddy taught us how to sing, okay, either you was gonna start with a hook or you was gonna start with a verse, and then so on and so on, vice versa, in with that bridge. You know what I mean? Take it up at the end. You know how that is.
Yeah.
But or you can alter the structure, and like I say, after listening to people like Bilal and Erica by doing all them, like you can just alter structures and stuff as well, man, and you'd be like, dang, was that the bridge? I don't know. What's that? I'm the type that like to test myself and go outside the box to do that kind of stuff. Be like, I wonder, can I slide this in here? You don't even know that the hook is already there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So until you hear it the second time, you be like, oh, he meant to do that. So that's just really. development. It's just development on who you want to be as an artist.
Now, when it comes down to creativity and the songs and everything, what is the hardest part of creating a record? Is it, you know what I'm saying, finding the melody? Is it the ad libs? When to put the ad libs in? You know.
Yeah, well, think about it. I traveled the road many years with my cousin Casey, well, Jodeci and Casey and JoJo
Uh-huh.
as vocal director, and I mean, I learned a lot through that as well. But I think by far the hardest thing is putting the melody of everything together. Ad libs is gonna come because you pretty much at the end of the song, you gonna feel the feeling by the end, and that's when you start doing it's like tonight I need your body. I need your body. Tonight, you know what I'm saying? That's when you feeling the song by the end.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the ad libs was easy. Putting the structure together was somewhat hard, but the melody of how you wanted to go with it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm sure when Kay wrote "Freaking You" or whatever, you know what I'm saying. He didn't just. He probably just started out. He probably started out humming. So that's how a lot of people come up with their melodies. They start out humming first, and then they put the words to it. So I think that to me that's the hardest part is coming up with the melody because you want a melody that's appealing. You want a melody that feels good and that sounds good to everybody else. So, with that being said, we said, for me, it's melody.
Okay. Okay, because a lot of times I know like a lot of artists they hate doing the ad libs or they hate doing, you know what I'm saying, they have a melody in their head that they want to sing to and things of that nature and they get with a producer to find that sound, to get that sound
Right,
together. You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Um
it's a lot of that goes on, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's more so if you wrote most of the song, you get to a point where you're stuck. But it's a trick to it. You have to cut it off for a few days and not listen to it. You know what I mean? Because you'll eventually go back to it and you'll hear something different. And you'll be like, okay, now I know where I want to go with them ad libs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's been my method to it. I don't know about nobody else. And then sometimes you can get with a producer and he helped develop that sound too as well. Just he might do a riff line or something in the keyboard or something. And it may you be like, oh, yeah, I like the way you did that, and then that helps influence the ad libs and finishing the song off and just gelling it. And but the producer and engineer plays a big part in making a really good record, though.
Definitely. Now, how essential is a vocal director though?
It depends on how bad you are. I mean, if you're one of those people that like to go do a bunch of riffing and all of that kind of stuff, then it's probably essential because you're gonna be trying all that stuff because that's what's in your knowledge to do. You know what I mean? I like straightforward most of the time singing, so I don't really need too much of that kind of stuff. My daddy did enough of that, slapping us in the back of the head when we were little. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? He kind of trained us in the old fashioned way. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, for it's still even if you are a really good singer, it's sometimes it is essential for you to have a vocal director because sometimes when you're singing something really good, you don't know when you're flat or sharp sometimes because you're not the actual keyboard yourself. I mean, but it's some people that's really talented and they're very close to you getting it right on the head. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, I mean, I know Rodney Jerkins did it for Brandy, damn near whole album, and nobody knew it. Was like, oh, he was melodyning the hell out of that shit. I mean, it was perfect. I was like, boy, never there until I learned about melodyne and engineering, and I was like, okay, I see. You just slightly pulling the note, just a hair to make it. Not to say that she didn't sound good already, but it's the equivalent to me of having a vocal coach. Yeah,
Okay.
and now they cheating, so they just throwing
Oh,
stuff on them, and it'll pull you to where you need to be at.
that AI, yeah, with that
Yeah,
AI
man. AI
situation,
started with the auto tune and all that, and Which is crazy because people don't understand the reason why auto tune sounded so good is because you was really singing out of key. That's the only time auto tune sounds good. It's when you singing out of key. If you sing straight on, it don't even move. It don't even shake or nothing. Yeah, I've
Shout
had
out to
that problem
DJ
several
Dre.
times. Somebody wanted to try to put a tune on. I say, man, just don't do it, man. I hate auto tune. Hate it.
Hey, shout out to Dre Cope, man. Rock the Block DJs in the
Yeah.
building, man. It was good
Oh,
with you.
shout out, shout out.
Yes, sir. But you know, we have conversations about the state of music today when it comes to AI and things of that nature, and why individuals utilize it, and whether it is starting to turn great artists off because at that point, if you have to use the AI, how can you perform it when you get on stage?
They have to learn it. But at the same time, it's cheating all the way around the board. They had an AI person that was at the top of the billboard. That's cheating. You know what I mean? Like you're not even a real person. You're a robot. So it's
Right.
like, how do you give that kind of person an award? You know, how do you win a Grammy like that? I don't get it. You know what I mean? I think it should be for, the physical people that actually sit down and put the creativity to it, the work and everything. But AI has become so prominent right now with stuff, man. People are even taking the videos. Me and my lady was talking about it earlier. It was like, I'm glad they starting to try to bring videos back, but now they doing it with AI. The people don't even look the damn same. It's like you see him, you be like, now they know he ain't 40 pounds lighter than what that man. I think he lost that much. And then you see it every now and then glitching. I'm like, man, that ain't right, man. Come on, man. And
Oh, yeah.
put together a great video. You look too perfect, man. What
Right.
about the bump on the chin that you had that we
Yeah.
seen you have just about a day or so ago? Yeah, man, it ain't right, bro. It ain't right. It's actually scary. That's scary, man.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah, but
know,
that's what they doing right now, man.
that they
I
actually
personally prefer to write the old school way.
they actually introduced it with the holograms when they was bringing a hologram of
Uh,
Tupac out on stage performing and things of that nature. And
Yep,
we wasn't
yep,
thinking that they was gonna
yep,
go this far with it, but they opened the doors with the
yep.
holograms. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, at this point,
Open that black hole.
open that
Terrible.
black hole terrible. You know what I mean?
do you play a musical
Mm.
instrument?
No, I don't play any instruments. I'm just engineer. Now, I
Okay.
might do a beat machine or something like that, but no, I don't really play no instruments. I like to hear them though.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
we always ask, myself and my brother always ask, for us working with bands and things of that nature, do you ever think about recording live albums or live EPs? You know what I'm saying? As far as like at your shows, like they used to do back in the day.
Yeah, most of my album in a class of my own was all live in the studio with Luke Hodges. I mean, everything was live. I mean everything. So yeah, I mean, of course he made it sound easy, but I mean it was countless days of being in there with just straight live music. It sounds different when you hear it, once you put it on the dat to reel and all of that kind of stuff, because we went old school with dat to reel and pressed it out that way. You know what I mean? You got to go check that album out, The Class of My Own. It's on iTunes and stuff. But man, like all of that stuff, man, all that love stuff and all, it was all live. It was all live band, man. I had
What happened?
Uh-oh.
He froze on us. He froze on us.
Oh man.
Man, it was definitely getting deep.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's
well,
run
like,
that joint back before he comes in, before we get to
all
it.
right, then run it back, K.
Yeah. That was all right. I enjoyed that right there.
My daddy sitting on Jupiter, but to go to Pluto.
Joey being so spacey.
Sitting real stupider, but to go to Pluto.
I ain't sitting on Jupiter, about to try to Pluto. Sleeping real stupider, about to try to Pluto. My rims are looking stupider. Space age cooping on, space age cooping on. My swaggers all stupid dumb. I'm space age whipping when I ride. dripping grain up in the sky. Outer space grinding, in space riding, outer space flying. My sway is fresh as you can see, bright like the star for miles you see, bright like things, pain with the beams. Ay, ay, ay. Just watch me roll, just watch me roll, just watch my pain, watch my pain. This is cool, you say, watch me do my thing. The cameras flash, cameras flash, ladies love, ladies love, ladies love. Oh, why? Wings and I can fly, caught up in the wind across the sky. Born to ride high, cold as the ice. I wanna live twice, 'cause I'm so fly. Sitting on Jupiter, about to try to Pluto. Sitting real stupider, about to try to Pluto. My rings a little stupider. Space age cooping on, space age cooping on. My slavers on stupid on. I'm space age dripping, I'm so fresh. Louis V fitted ladies call me the best. Best to ever do this. Space age stupid, diamond candy coated foolish. Yeah, and you ain't never seen the guts like this. And you ain't never seen me ride 46. So yes, the levels you see, like a human with 1,000 infections. I'm riding space age out in heaven. Just watch me, just watch my pain, just watch my pain. Hey, watch me do my thing. Shameless black sheets, love the ladies, love the ladies, love. Oh, why? In wings and I can fly, caught up in the wind across the sky. Born to ride high, I was born in the cold, and I won't. Sitting on Jupiter, riding high, the pain's gone, real super outer space. I whip the ball, you lift the west side. Come on and take a slide.
Get it in, let it out, break it down. From the dirt to the turf, I'm gon' do what I gotta do, even if the truth hurts. Space age, chase game from a pioneer though. I am not a weirdo. You can see it clear though. High definition or 3D, you can see it vividly. Snoopy D go double G. Bikinis, girls, teeny, your world is stupider. Mars, Neptune's, Jupiter. I'm space age stupider.
I fly like a bird, stealth like a plane. Yeah, I'm super overrated. I'm in Jupiter, man. The swag is on Venus and the bars is on Mars. Your boy is sitting super ugly when I fall up in my car. Jupiter, about to ride a Pluto. Sitting real stupider, about to ride a Pluto. My rings a little stupider. Space age cooping on, space age cooping on. My slavers on stupid on Pluto. About to try to
Ladies and gentlemen,
about to try to prove.
I hear the sounds and music of Joseph Marino in the building. Yeah.
Yeah,
We dug up, we got a couple of more, but I guess we can rock out that brand new one, you know.
Yeah, man, go ahead and push that right there, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's a pleasure, you know what I'm saying, to have one of the Barinos on our show tonight, man. So let's get that right there, man. Let's pop it
Shout
up.
out to Morris Willis. What's up? What's good? All right, y'all. We playing the latest song from Joseph Marino right here, and this one is called Too Hungry.
Yes.
Let's get it.
Meet you on the track.
Too hungry to stop.
What's good, little bro?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Cardell.
we'd like to bring to the stage tonight the last great Don. He goes by the name of T. Now listen, son. I want you to give him your testimony tonight. Let me talk to you for a minute. Let's go. Said I'm a country boy, yeah. A couple dollars to my name. Yeah, alright. I almost lost it all, yeah. Alright. But now it's all about to change. Alright. Now they can't keep me down for long, y'all. I swear I put that on my name. Good God. 'Cause I got to win. I got to win. Oh, I got to win. 'Cause I'm too hungry to starve. So I'ma go get the bag. So I'ma go get the bag. Yeah. Listen here, said I'm out here trying to get it. If you ain't about money, forget it. I'm out to hit the back door to the liquor house for a shot of that good old whiskey. Then I'ma find me a girl that's pretty. Real country, I don't need a sedity. And we gon' dance all night till the sun comes up. Wave your hands out there if you with me. But for now, I'm gonna slide. I got to ride, y'all. I'm about to run it up. Let me get in this truck and go get the bag again. Cause I got to win. I got to win. Oh, I got to win. Cause I'm too hungry to stop. Alright. So I'ma go get the bag. Good God. Alright. Wait a minute. Said I'm too hungry to stop. So I'ma go get the bag. Good God Almighty. Listen here. Said I'ma slide to the left and go and get that cash, yeah. Alright. Said I'ma slide to the right and go and get that bag. My Lord. Oh, said I'ma move on up and bring it to the back. Drop it low and bring it right back. Don't walk with it like me say. Don't walk with it. Oh, do it again. Do it again. Wait a minute. Said I'm too hungry to stall now. Said I'ma go get the bag. Good God. Wait a minute. Swear I'm too hungry to stop. So I'ma go and get the bag. Listen here now. Swear I'm too hungry, but I can't stop. Yeah, I gotta get that bag before date tomorrow. Yeah, my family needs me, got to get these bands. And by the end of the week, we gon' do the money dance. Oh, gonna put your boots on the ground. Oh, let's groove, let's move. Oh, now everybody slide, just slide. Oh, baby, just slide. Too hungry to stop. Yeah.
Man, listen, K, run that back one more time, man, because I heard my boy Meechy in there on the Mad Libs, man.
Yeah, I thought I was in there.
Yeah, I heard my boy Meechy in there.
Too hungry to stop.
Yeah, that's Meechy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to bring to the stage tonight the last great Don. He goes by the name of T. Now listen, son. I want you to give him your testimony tonight. Let me talk to you for a minute. Let's go. Said I'm a country boy, yeah. A couple dollars to my name. Yeah, alright. I almost lost it all, yeah. All that. But now it's all about to change. Alright. Now they can't keep me down for long, y'all. I swear I put that on my name. Good God. 'Cause I got to win. I got to win. Oh, I got to win. 'Cause I'm too hungry to starve. So I'ma go get the bag. Yeah, yeah. Said I'm too hungry to starve. So I'ma go get the bag. Yeah. Listen here, said I'm out here trying to get it. If you ain't about money, forget it. I'm out to hit the back door to the liquor house for a shot of that good old whiskey. Then I'ma find me a girl that's pretty. Real country, I don't need a sedity. And we gon' dance all night till the sun comes up. Wave your hands out there if you with me. But for now, I'm gonna slide. I got to ride, y'all. I'm about to run it up. Let me get in this truck and go get the bag go get the bag. Good God, wait a minute. Swear I'm too hungry to stop. So I'ma go and get the bag. Listen here now. Swear I'm too hungry, but I can't stop. Yeah, I gotta get that bag before date tomorrow. Yeah, my family needs me, got to get these bands. And by the end of the week, we gon' do the money dance. Oh, gonna put your boots on the ground. Oh, let's groove, let's move. Oh, now everybody slide, just slide. Oh, baby, just slide. Too hungry to stop. Yeah.
Yo, I want to tell y'all, man, we came to the end of the show, man. That song is fire. Both songs is definitely fire. And want to thank the Barrino family. You know, thank Yolanda Marshall for making that connection. Also, to those who have been watching on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. Also, GC Radio. Thank y'all. Also, Lisa Good and Derek Morris. And also 82.3 PUSO out there in Columbus, Ohio. We greatly appreciate y'all's support and everything else. Kay, you know what time it is.
There you go. All right. Once again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in to Real 360 with our special guest, Mr. Joseph Barrino in the building. High salute to everybody out there doing the thing. We appreciate each and every one of y'all from the depth of our heart. We're going to get out of here. I'm DJ KY a.k.a. Kato, the Black Superhero. That's my brother like none other, Joshua Allah, a.k.a. who?
Mr. PhD.
Man, you too quiet. Why you too quiet?
Because next week we got bad news, and I know it's nothing but bad news.
Y'all, yeah, y'all go. All right, y'all. Y'all peace out, man. We out of here.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we're starting to come to the end of the show. Right now, I want to take the time out and thank our guests for coming on. Also, too, we want to make sure that y'all listening and subscribing, and tell a friend and keep sharing, because we're going to keep bringing y'all the real content. You know what I mean? So, DJ KY, brother, check us up out of here, son. Peace.
I want to give a big shout out to the nation of gods and earth, to all the human families on planet Earth. I say peace. But to our subscribers, those who continue to watch and listen to the show each and every time we come on, I give a big shout out of love, peace, and happiness. To be the man, woman, and child of the you and I verse. It's time for us to disperse. We bring the best, not the worst. We thank you once again for tuning in to the real 360. Bring a friend to hit that like and subscribe so we continue.